Hello there, and welcome to my channel, Novice Modelling in a Midlife Crisis. My name is Andy, and I am the Novice Modeller. And look what I have created! Yes! We have finished the 172 Douglas A4B Skyhawk by Airfix A55203, the kit number, which we purchased a couple of months back from a charity shop in Mould for £4.99, and what a bargain that has proved to be. So we did this as part of a kind of ongoing thing that I'm kind of playing around with, which is called Sunday equals Fun Day Build, where I try to build a kit to a sort of, well, to my best possible standards as a kind of muppet who makes models badly, over the course of one day, the Sunday. So it could have maybe turned out better, and it is a bit of a hassle for myself personally, and possibly maybe for yourselves, where I kind of release 2 or 3 videos over the course of a day, and I'm wondering whether it's a bit of not a great idea, and maybe I'll start doing these things over the course of a weekend instead. Let us know your thoughts, obviously. Personally for myself, mainly because building a kit and releasing videos at the same time is kind of hard as well, trying to get them half decent anyway. But we finished this. We put the cockpit canopy on about half an hour ago after rooting around for about 20 minutes because we couldn't find it anywhere, and then we found it on number 17 tub, which wasn't on the desk, it was somewhere else, so that's why we couldn't find it. So what do we think of this kit, and how do we get on with it, and what could we have done slightly better? I think that's what this is all about, isn't it? Well, I think for me, for doing it in the course of a day, it came out pretty good. It's had all the varnishes on and whatnot. I am kind of thinking about maybe over the course of the next week putting a few washes on this, because the panel lines on it are really, really nice looking, and they kind of need a little bit of extra oomph, I'm thinking. And having not really had a go of these panel line washes and whatnot, even though I keep on promising I'm going to do it, I think this would look better with something on it. So I think there may be an update on this one over the next week or so. What do we do wrong? Well, we put this navy decal too far to the right, because it's supposed to be over the door for the air brakes, but that would necessitate cutting it, and we're not very good with a blade, to be honest with you. We normally end up trying to cut our own hands off. So we put that a little bit further, and the decal which is on the air brake should actually be in this position here. What else could we have done better? Well, let me just have a think about that for a second. We could maybe have paid a little bit more attention to our figure. We ended up having to do a Douglas Bader on him and cut his legs off, because we put him in after we built the cockpit, which was against the instructions. This decal here probably should have been cut as well, because as per the just grab the box art. As per the box art here, you can see it is supposed to be behind the fuel probe, but the forward section, the aft section of the full fuel probe, this part here is actually prefixed to the kit, and you only attach this section here. So it probably should have been cut. I mean, I could have, somebody recommended, I think it was Ernest, said that I could have painted it, and that is another possibility. I could have painted over it, but yeah, I've just decided to leave it as it is, to be honest with you. What do you think of this kit? Well, apart from it being a bargain at £4.99, I've got no complaints. This was really, really nice to put together, even though we did it in kind of a silly amount of time. All the parts came off the sprue quite easily. There was a few of the fuselage bits which had really chunky sprue gates, and I kind of made a bit of a mistake in cutting them too close to the sprue, when I should have cut them a bit further away and then trimmed them. Apart from that, I can't really complain about anything. It was just a really good, well thought out kit with decent instructions. It's got the 5 gram weight in the front, which I think we overloaded the front maybe, but I've managed to create a kit for one of the first times that hasn't been sitting on its backside, so I'm kind of happy with that. We did also forget, this is an important note for a lot of people, I think, maybe, or maybe it's just me that I'm an idiot. Always check your instructions for drilling points. Now, I knew the drilling points were here for attaching the pylons for the weapons, but I just forgot to do it, probably because I was rushing a little bit, but, you know, I should have really drilled them before I started any building. So I had to just blind drill one hole in the undersurface and just kind of hope for the best. But again, it was clearly marked in the instructions. And I knew it was there. I just totally forgot about it at the end of the day. Paint wise, this is the starter set, or whatever you want to call it, and comes with the paints and a glue of this poly cement, which nobody really uses anymore. I was going to use the paints on this, and I don't really know why I didn't. I just kind of decided I'd rather go with my Tamiya's, because although I don't think these are very old and the age of them shouldn't really have any effect, I don't know, I just didn't really want to use them. So I'll be giving those to my cousin's kids, because they build kits as well, so they'll be getting them, so they won't be going to waste anyway. Glue wise, we use the standard extra thin and the Tamiya cement. We use the CA UK black on the undercarriage, and I think it was just the undercarriage really, because obviously I'd painted that prior, and the undersurfaces were already painted as well. So the paints we used the XF19 Sky Grey and the XF2 White. I used a bit of dark iron somewhere, I can't remember where it was. I used the XF57 buff on the seat pads, because they had sort of cushioned pads on them. Rubber black on the tyres. ICM black elsewhere. We didn't use that one. I found this oily steel by ICM quite nice to use as a sort of different colour to aluminium, as it's kind of a dirty metal. So I kind of like using that one, although that's probably hard to get. Used US dark green on the cockpit interior and the flight suit, and the basic skin tone flesh on the pilot's face. Primer, we just used the Army Painter War Paints matte grey for no particular reason other than that's what I bought originally. Current prices for this on eBay in the UK, you can pick these up occasionally for less than a tenner. I've seen them go for £8 plus postage, but they seem to be sort of around about sort of 12 to 15 for pre-loved or pre-unloved, because someone's bought it and didn't want to build it. But I mean, for me, it's kind of different, because I don't really build, I've never really wanted to build modern-ish jets. I'm very much more into the Second World War, but this looks really cool, I think, and I don't know, I think I might have to have a go of another couple of jets sporadically, because I just really liked it. And the US, with all their fancy cool markings as well. Nobody paints a plane like the Americans, it seems. So obviously, we also have this horrible thing to finish off, the Douglas A4 Skyhawk by Starfix, which is currently painted on the undersurface white, and it's still got its primer on the top. I'm going to do a bit of remedial work here, because there's a bit of an opening there that I want to try and sort out, and I think we're going to go with a non-US marked version for this, probably Israelis, IDF, because the markings that come with this are just absolute garbage. The kit's garbage as well, to be honest with you, but I'm going to do my best with it and see how it comes out. So yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised. Airfix make good kits, so you know, it should be good. I kind of decided to leave the air brakes open because they look cool. What are these things called? Leading edge wing flaps. They've been extended, so I don't think that's correct for a landed position like this is obviously in, but I kind of get the idea that this is, they're testing it before he takes off or something like that. Not quite sure. But I just thought it'd be cool to have those things done. I did actually toy with the idea of having the cockpit open for the first time as well, but I don't know, I just decided against it. Probably wish I'd done it now, to be honest with you, but hey ho. So that's about it really. 10 minutes. Oh dear, I'm supposed to do 12 minutes to try and get more money off YouTube, even though nobody ever watches these things for the last 12 minutes. Never mind. So thanks very much for watching. Please do like and subscribe. We'll be endeavouring to finish this off over the coming week. There'll be a Tanks on Tuesday What's in the Box kit review up for your approval tomorrow. Thanks for watching, and as always, be seeing you.